Hi friends, let's once again start with purpose of database systems. Means at the time of learning DBMS subject, the question arises in everyone's minds. Why DBMS? So we will trying to discuss the things, okay, or find out the answer of such a question. Why we are trying to use DBMS? Okay, here we are going to compare the DBMS system with traditional file systems. Okay, to find out the answer of why DBMS or purpose of database systems. Okay, so first of all, we are trying to focus on drawbacks of using file systems to store data. Obviously, we need to compare our DBMS system with traditional file systems. Okay, the first issue with file system is that data redundancy and inconsistency. So data redundancy means repetition of same kind of data in different databases or different places, files or folders. And inconsistency means incompleteness, inequality in data, means data which is managed in different locations, accessed by different peoples, which is not similar one. Okay, means the first issue we are facing at the time of using file system, which is the data redundancy and inconsistency. Just like we are in file system deal with multiple file formats and duplication of information in different files. Okay, means chances of duplication of information in different files is possible. Second issue with file system is difficulty in accessing data. Suppose we want to access that particular data managed under file systems. Now at that times, suppose we are using the programming platforms or front end tools, at that times we need to write a new program to carry out each new task. Okay, means which is not a efficient way to access that particular data, means we are facing the problems to directly access that particular data if we are using traditional file system. Next issue with file system is data isolation. Data isolation means data managed or data itself having multiple files and multiple file formats. Multiple files and multiple file formats means nowadays in computer systems, due to use of lots of application programs, okay, lots of file formats are available. Suppose you are using that you may say Microsoft Word, then your file should get managed using .doc or .docs. Suppose you are using that PDF, means Adobe Acrobat, then their file format is different .pdf. If you are using multimedia files, means just like picture, which is having variety of file formats, jpg, png, gif, etc, etc. If you are using that audio clips, audio file formats, then which is having mp3s, again you are using videos, then which is again having 3gp, mp4, etc. Means multiple files and multiple formats are available under traditional file system. Okay, means data isolation is the issue with traditional file system. Next issue with traditional file system is integrity problems. Integrity problems means traditional file system should not offer the platform to add or to assign the different constraints on their files. Okay, but in reverse to it, our DBMS file system provides or offers a facility we can add the integrity in our managed databases under that particular DBMS applications. And which kind of integrity constraints? Suppose take an example of banking sectors. In banking sectors, what happens? Suppose you are trying to withdraw amount from ATMs using your debit cards. At that times, the constraint should get applicable from bank sides, means account balance is always greater than zeros. Means in that case, suppose in your account you are having just 5,000 balance and still you are trying to withdraw the amount of 6,000. In that case, that systems automatically decline your transactions and gives the error message in front of you. Understood? Okay, means these things are tedious in that traditional file systems and codings. Okay, next, which is means in traditional file system it is hard to add new constraints. Okay, in that particular. Okay, so let's move on towards the next drawbacks of using file system, which is atomicity of updates. Atomicity of update means the one property associated with DBMS, which is the atomic property. Means data should be always atomic in nature. Atomic in nature means, which says that, means if you are trying to process one of the transactions, that transaction is successfully going to be committed, or in another case it should be rolled back. Okay, means failures may leave database in an inconsistent state with partial updates carried out. If you are doing the transactions, two people are doing transactions, account holder A and account holder B. If account holder A trying to transfer some of the amounts to account holder B, okay, so according to the characteristic of DBMS, what is expected means that transaction will going to be successfully completed, means that amount successfully debited from account holder A's, and that afterwards that amount successfully get added in account holders B's account. Okay, in case of failures, what happens? That amount is going to be again revert back in account holder A. Means these things are expected under this property, atomicity of updates. Means example, transfer of funds from one account to another should either complete or not happen at all. Okay, so next drawback of using traditional file system is concurrent access by multiple users. Traditional file systems never gives such a kind of access to multiple users, because that using file systems at a time single user is going to be access that files. But due to use of DBMS now, DBMS provide that particular facilities, concurrent access needed to increase the performance of that particular systems. Okay, and what happens in traditional file systems, if that concurrent access is uncontrolled one, then it again leads the inconsistency, and inconsistency means inequality in data. Means number of users are just accessing same files, and on their way they are trying to make changes in that files. Okay, there is not a central control on that files. So what will happens? different data forms are available there. Okay, means it indirectly leads the inconsistencies in that particular data. Means example, two people reading a balance and updating it at the same time. Means due to use of DBMS now, this facility is available. Okay, in banking sectors. Means in banking sector, if we are multiple users or account holders are there, and simultaneously or concurrently multiple users accessing that files, account related informations from that banking sectors. Okay, not only the users from banking sites, that clerk, managers, accountants also access that same file managed under banking database. Okay, means due to ad advancement of that particular DBMS, concurrent access of a single file by multiple users is allowed. Okay, next problem faced by traditional file system, which is the security problems. Security problems means what happens, means it is not possible to give the access of the same or particular data to all the users. Okay, means timely they are provide the access of only part of the database, because the data is that much of sensitive one. Take an example of banking sectors also. Means timely they are offer the access of only limited database. Okay, just like if you are trying to check your balances at the ATMs, they gives the particular data's access. Means on that screen they are not provided the access of your basic uh, informations, like your account opening date. Okay, like your contact numbers, addresses, etc, etc. Means timely they are provided just limited access to their users. Okay, and such things are not possible in traditional file systems. Okay, means indirectly what will we are going to say, database systems offers solutions to all the above problems faced by traditional file systems. Okay, and that's why here we are getting the answer of why we are going to use DBMS system, means database management systems, or the purpose of database systems. Okay, understood all of you? Next,
Yes, sir.
which is the database system applications. So nowadays, due to invention of DBMS, number of sectors are there which is mostly impacted due to advantage of that particular databases. Means their day-to-day working is going to be more efficient and simpler one, or you may say which they avoids that particular time complexities issues from their sides. Okay, so let's once again continue with database system applications. So one by one we are trying to discuss all these applications here. The first one, which is the most popular, always I'm giving the example of such a sector, which is the banking sector. In banking sector, DBMS is used for what purpose? To keep tracking the transactions of every individual customers. Means to manage all the account related data. The banking sectors nowadays uses DBMS systems. No matter variety of DBMS applications are available as per their suitability or as per their concern they are using. Okay, so different examples of DBMS applications are Oracle databases, MySQL databases, Postgres databases, IBM DB2. Okay, so these are the examples of number of DBMS applications. The next sector, which is the airline reservation system. So under airline reservation systems, the DBMS is helpful to make reservations and to decide the schedules of hmm, departures of that particular airlines, arrival and departure schedules, as well as to keep the information of the passengers. Okay, means due to use of DBMS systems, it is more simpler. Okay, task. Okay, next application, which is the universities, educational universities, and due to use of DBMS systems, their task is also day by day get more simpler, means registration of every individual students towards the registration of colleges, different university departments, etc., to calculation of results and grades of students, means for every computation and calculations DBMS is useful there. Next sector, which is the sales department from any organizations, means in a sales department they are going to be manage successfully the information of their customers, their products, their daily transactions, means purchases and etc., due to use of DBMS system. The next application of DBMS, which is the online retailers, means commercial websites. Nowadays there is boomerang of such a commercial websites, just like Amazon, Flipkart,
E-commerce.
eBay, e-commerce websites. Okay, indirectly. For what purpose they are using DBMS? To get order tracking of their customers. Again, they are going to be recommend different products to their customers also. Okay, if you are trying to buy something using e-commerce websites now, okay, and if you are searching particular products and at the bottom they are trying to recommend you, suggest you relevant product having similar kind of specifications, means all these things are possible after using DBMS in that sector. The next application, which is the manufacturing industries. Under manufacturing industries, they are trying to manage production related data, inventory related data, different orders, supply chain management. All these things are information associated with all the entities, all the departments. They are going to be successfully managed with the help of specialized DBMS systems. Next, human resources. Okay, means HRs are using DBMS to manage the employee records as well as their salary related informations, tax deductions. Okay, their uh, annual reports. Okay, all these things successfully they are going to be managed with the help of DBMS systems. Okay, means combinedly this is the application of DBMS, means every sector nowadays going to be use specialized DBMS applications or softwares to manage their information on their